It's a rematch from the 2019 playoffs, where we saw the San Francisco defense dominate Minnesota. Can the Vikings offense strike gold against the 49ers D? Find out next.
The Niners offense making their way out, and they are led by the 3rd overall pick back in this year's draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think we'll more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Lance. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback at his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind:
win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Cousins. There's Jefferson to pull that in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Floating one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance to throw it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And now it's 12 touchdowns on the season, which tells you he's doing more than his share of great route running and finding ways to get open and putting the ball in the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance taking it in from 11 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, let's go.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 7 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. After is good. And that makes the score 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Play action. Now it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Mostert.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Lance now on 1st down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, he'll swing this out to Mostert. Escapes the defender, and he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big connection on that one, 34 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Lance. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Let's go. Do this.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the gun, it's Lance. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 49ers. Moving hastily, they're scurrying to the line. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. This is caught. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. That would give to the big fullback use check. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign. Number 7 overall. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 31, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Again, it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And Kittle catching the slant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Powering his way forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll buy some time right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Third and 1. Here's Cousins. Looking left side and has got a man. That's Smith. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Back now here in Santa Clara. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Niners extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now out comes Minnesota. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins now. And this is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DJ Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A 1st down throw for Cousins. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A 2nd down pass play there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. To the air again, it's Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. Able to shake him off. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard. 1st down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, yeah!
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A handoff running left is Mostert. And the longtime Cardinal Patrick Peterson up to make the tackle. And quickly they get to the line. Second down, here's Mostert again. Fights forward at the 20. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They hand it off to Mostert. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can